As we age, medicine becomes part of our daily rhythm. A few pills in the morning, maybe another at night. But have you ever paused to ask, are these pills healing me or simply keeping me going? In today's video, I want to share the truth about the medications most people over 60 use, not to scare you, but to help you live with more awareness, balance, and trust in your own body. There's a quiet moment every morning in my clinic before the first patient walks in. I make myself a cup of black coffee, look out the window, and think about how medicine has changed over the years. We live longer now, that's true, but sometimes I wonder, are we living better? Over my 35 years as a doctor, I've seen hundreds of older adults come to me, not because of new illnesses, but because of the side effects of the medicines meant to help them. It's a quiet irony in modern medicine. Sometimes the very pills that promise healing can slowly tire the heart. I remember a patient, Mrs. Langley, 72, who told me, "Doctor, I don't understand. I take all my medicines exactly as prescribed, but lately I feel weaker." When I reviewed her list, there were 9 different pills. None of them seemed dangerous alone, but together they were quietly straining her heart. Sometimes we forget that our heart isn't just a muscle. It's a mirror of everything we put into our bodies, from food to emotions to medication. After 60, every pill matters. Every choice whispers to your heart. Over the next few minutes, I want to take you on a gentle reflection, not a warning, not a lecture, but a conversation. Let's talk honestly about the common medicines we use after 60 and how some of them, though necessary, can quietly change the rhythm of your heart. Think of this as a cup of tea between old friends, one who happens to be a doctor and one who simply wants to live well. Because at this age, what we seek isn't just more years, it's more peace, more energy, and a heart that still beats with life. Before we dive deeper, I want you to take a small pause. Maybe put your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat, steady, faithful, still here after all these years. Everything I'll share today comes from a place of care, experience, and respect for that rhythm, your heart's rhythm. So let's begin. Not to fear our medicines, but to understand them better. Because awareness, not avoidance, is what truly keeps a heart young. When I sit down with my older patients, I often start with a simple question. How many pills do you take every day? Most of them smile and say, "Oh, not that many, just 8 or 9." I nod, because I know that behind those small numbers hides a bigger story, one of trust, habit, and sometimes quiet harm. Let's talk about something common, pain. After 60, many of us wake up with aching joints or stiff knees. NSAIDs like ibuprofen or naproxen often become morning companions. They ease the pain, yes, but they also quietly raise blood pressure, make the heart work harder, and in some cases, reduce kidney function, which can circle back and affect the heart. I remember Mr. Collins, a retired carpenter. He once told me, "Doc, my knees ache if I skip my ibuprofen." After months, his ankles began to swell. His blood pressure rose. The medicine that once gave him relief had slowly burdened his heart. Then there are stomach pills, proton pump inhibitors like omeprazole or lansoprazole. Many people take them for years thinking they're harmless, but they can lower magnesium levels, weaken heart rhythm, and even increase the risk of heart failure if used too long. One woman, Mrs. Lopez, told me, "I take my stomach pill every morning. I've done that for 10 years. When we stopped it and replaced it with gentle diet changes, her palpitations improved within weeks. The third group is diuretics, the water pills. They're often given for high blood pressure or swelling, but when overused, they deplete potassium and sodium, leading to irregular heartbeats. I've seen patients come in dizzy, weak, their hearts fluttering, not from age, but from the very medicines meant to protect them. Some heart medications, ironically, can also burden the heart. Beta blockers like metoprolol are lifesavers for many, but if dosed too high or mixed with other sedatives, they can make the heart beat too slowly, causing fatigue and depression. Another common culprit, sleeping pills. Drugs like zolpidem or diazepam may offer rest, but they relax not just the mind, they relax the heart, slow breathing, and dull the body's natural rhythm. I always tell my patients, if you need a pill to sleep, your body isn't asking for medication, it's asking for peace. Antihistamines, especially older ones like diphenhydramine, can dry your mouth, blur your vision, and confuse the heart's signals. They seem harmless for a cold, but for a 70-year-old, they can increase the risk of heart rhythm disturbances. Then there are diabetes medications. Metformin is often safe, but when combined with dehydration or kidney issues, it can create dangerous imbalances that stress the heart. Cholesterol-lowering statins, another double-edged sword. They protect arteries but sometimes cause muscle pain, weakness, and fatigue that make the heart's job harder. Painkillers containing codeine or mild opioids can numb pain, but they also slow the heartbeat and breathing, especially when mixed with sleep aids or alcohol. And finally, yes, her calcium and vitamin D supplements. So many older adults take them for bone health, but too much calcium without proper balance can harden arteries and strain the heart. None of these medicines are bad. Each has a purpose. The problem lies not in the pill, but in how we use it, how we combine it, and how rarely we stop to ask, do I still need this? I've learned that medicine, like life, is about balance. A pill can heal or harm, depending on the space you give your body to rest, move, and breathe. So when I talk about heart health, I don't just mean diet or exercise, I mean awareness, listening, questioning. Because a wise patient isn't the one who takes the most medicine, it's the one who understands why they take it. As I grow older myself, I realize that the real art of medicine isn't just about prescribing the right drug, it's about knowing when not to. Every year I meet patients who carry plastic bags full of pills, one for the heart, one for sleep, one for digestion, one for pain. Each pill seems harmless on its own, but together they create a quiet storm inside the body. I once had a patient named Helen, 72 years old. She told me, "Doc, I take everything my doctors give me. I trust them." She meant it with love, not ignorance, but her trust became heavy. After a review, we found she was on 12 medications, many overlapping. We simplified her list, adjusted her meals, and encouraged gentle walking. Within 2 months, she told me, "I feel lighter, clearer, like my heart can breathe again." That's when it struck me. Healing doesn't always come from adding more. Sometimes it comes from letting go. Our bodies are wise, they whisper before they scream. A skipped heartbeat, swollen feet, a night of restless sleep. They're not random. They're messages. I tell my patients, listen to those whispers. Before you blame age, ask your heart, what are you trying to tell me? Medicine at its best is not a transaction, it's a relationship between you and your doctor, between your choices and your body. Pills can save lives. I've seen them do so thousands of times, but they are tools, not crutches. They are meant to support the journey, not replace it. I often remind myself and my patients too that health isn't just the absence of disease, it's the presence of awareness. When you wake up in the morning, place your hand on your chest. Feel that steady rhythm, your heart still choosing to beat for you. It asks for movement, nourishment, and gentleness, not more pills. I'm not asking you to stop your medication. Never do that without guidance. But I'm asking you to become a student of your own body again. Be curious. Ask questions. Learn what helps and what quietly harms. Because aging isn't about adding more years. It's about adding more clarity, more connection, more understanding of this incredible machine that still carries you every day. The 10 pills we talked about today for pain, reflux, blood pressure, sleep, cholesterol, allergies, diabetes, water retention, mood and bones, they each have their place, but they're not meant to replace mindfulness, balance, or love. So tonight, as you set your pills by the bedside, take a moment, breathe, whisper gratitude for your heart, for your body, for the wisdom that still grows within you. Because in the end, the greatest medicine isn't found in a bottle. It's found in awareness, kindness, and the quiet decision to live gently with your own heart. So as you take your pills tonight, take a breath and thank your body for carrying you this far. Remember, true health isn't just about medicine, it's about awareness and kindness to yourself. If this message spoke to you, I'd love for you to join our community. Subscribe, leave a comment, and share your story. Together, we can keep growing wiser, not just older.